Welcome. Right now we're talking to Marlene Lawson. She is a speaker at womenspeakers.com. And Marlene, welcome to you.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's fun to watch how different speakers utilize the website at womenspeakers.com. And one of the things that I had to notice about you, first of all, you're getting some invites, which is fun, but also you have 14 awesome references on your page, and so you rank right up there with our highest references site-wide, which is really fun. And I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit about that, about maybe strategies for getting references. Like, how do you go about asking for them?
First of all, my whole philosophy is building relationships, first with the event planner, and then when I arrive at an event with the actual attendees. So during the course of my time with them, I am, building relationships, making new friends. So when it comes time to, say, wrap the event up, I approach the leader and I just kind of, in the course of our conversation, especially if they have given me positive feedback already, I say, you know what, if this has really been a blessing to your women, it's been a successful event, and you feel like I have been a part of that, would you please consider going to womenspeakers.com? I'll send you the link. I'll text you the link. I'll make it easy. Would you consider doing that? And 100% of the time, they've always said yes. A lot of times they forget, after the event's over, they're crashing, and that makes sense. But because I have built relationships with them and have, over the course of maybe months in them planning and communicating with me, we've established maybe text dialogue, emails, and I'll just drop a text to them. Hey, I know you're busy and you're recovering, and I put the link to the Women's Speaker referral page right in the text and say, you can do it right from your phone. And I may do that once or twice if it's been a week or so after that, and then I drop it. I don't want to bother them. Obviously, you don't want to become an annoying solicitor-type personality. Honestly, if you've built a relationship, you've got a good rapport, they are responding, and that's how I do it. That's the only recommendation I have. It's based on building positive rapport and relationship with your event planners. And I even ask, hey, if the attendees, if you want to go to this site, and if you're interested in helping encourage my ministry, if I've been a blessing to you, would you take 3 to 5 minutes and do this for me? And they respond.
Yeah, that's great. Besides posting the references at womenspeakers.com, do you use them in any other way?
Sure. On my website, I do have a website that is updated and managed by a service provider, and I will toss them to them, and they will update and put them on my website, as well as I have a brochure, and I use a handful of them on the brochure as well. So it kind of helps when event planners as well as attendees give feedback, so it's not just the people putting together the conference, but when someone sees that someone went to your conference and was really blessed or ministered to, I think that speaks well to get people to come as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So where do you actually get most of your speaking leads from?
As I said, my whole philosophy is relationship building, so that's how I approach my ministry and always have. Before I was with Women Speakers, which was, I think I told you it's been at least 10 years that I've had some sort of profile with you, but I'm a big proponent of word of mouth. And once again, that goes back to the relationships thing. I believe networking is an original biblical concept. And for me, I am uncomfortable with, our culture's marketing push. I don't want to be that person. Yet at the same time, I know the Lord wants me to get my ministry out there. How can people ask me if they don't know I'm here? Right. So word of mouth friends, family, people who attend, event planners, would you please just be willing to pass my brochure, my website address, the women's speakers link, to somebody that you know has a need? And I found that that is where most of my referrals come from, either word of mouth or women's speakers site.
Oh, great. And what's a favorite thing that you have about womenspeakers.com? What's one of the things that you like about being part of it?
Oh, goodness, there are several. I love your whole format. I love the fact that no matter where you're at in ministry, in developing, you can do a free profile. You can, kind of wade into it. And even if you have a free profile, you have so many encouraging things that help women get started in ministry. And I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I have to tell you that you and the Women's Christian website has been one of the, I would say, most significant encouragements in getting me out of my comfort zone and feeling like I had support doing it. I'm not just out here by myself, but, you've got my back.
Good. And I pray for you. I pray for all of the speakers. And my favorite prayer to pray is that God would open doors of opportunity for you guys. I just love praying that prayer. Do you have a most requested topic?
A couple. I have 2 books, and a lot of times if people get a hold of the book, then I get asked to speak on that. Sure. But my most recent book is Does This Outfit Make Me Look Fat? Real Women, Real Life, Real Faith. To me, you're laughing or crying as a woman because, and we might as well do it together. So Real Women, Real Life, Real Faith is near and dear to me. It's my journey from rules to relationship with Jesus and with other women in the body. And it seems to fit quite a few themes and topics. It seems to be real timely right now. My first book was The First Peter 3 Girls, Sisterhood of Tragedy, Triumph, and God's Amazing Grace. It's the story of 8 other women that I traveled and walked through some horrific relationship, marriage, family issues. I walked with them through those journeys, and that tends to be a little more targeted to marriage difficulties, marriage preparation. It could be for single women as well, in preparing them for the roles that God has called us to. So both of those are ones that I get a lot of requests for, as well as I always have fun. I love Christmas, and more than just a parade or 'tis the season to be stressing. And I know the stresses that come with the holiday season, so I like to have fun with them. I like to get real. My whole ministry is real. And so I just like to connect with women where they're at. And those 3 things seem to do that, those 3 topics.
Cool. And then do you have a fee that you charge, or how do you handle the money?
Well, here's the thing. I had the privilege and honor of working for a Christian conference center for 8 years, and 5 of those years I ran a large women's conference. It was a 4-day conference, up to 3,000 women. I ran it, negotiated contracts, hosted it from the stage, and I learned a lot during that time. I don't believe that ministry should be cost prohibitive. I think it's great that we have these large events where many churches, across maybe several states, women could come and enjoy themselves. But the local church needs encouragement too. And women have certain needs within certain bodies and communities that they would like or need addressed. And I don't have a set fee. I do ask that my expenses, travel, overnight accommodation if appropriate, and food be taken care of, because I do believe that this ministry that God called me to, and others, shouldn't be a burden on our families. God provides to meet the need. He also calls us in His Word in the body of Christ, you care for those who minister. He says the workman's worth his wage. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I ask that my expenses be covered, and then I work with the individual church or organization, their budget, maybe a love offering. If it's a ticketed event, throw an extra $5-10 on the ticket price and cover the honorarium that way. So I do ask right up front that my expenses be covered. After that, I work with each individual event and organization. I go where God calls me, and it's not about the money, but we do have a responsibility. Right, we have a responsibility to be good stewards on both ends, whether you're the event planner or whether you're the speaker. So that's where I stand on that.
Cool. And do you participate in social media at all?
Yes. My daughter, when she was in college, my kids are in their 30s. My daughter, when she was in college, she kind of prodded me into getting on Facebook, and that was, a while ago, 14 years or so. I do have 2 Facebook pages. I have my personal page, which actually is the one I find I use most for ministry. I do have an author speaker page. I have friends who support my ministry by donating their skills and opinions, and the gal who has helped me with some marketing said, you need to transfer 80% of your friends over to following your author page. Well, I am far from meeting that goal, but I do interact on Facebook daily. Do I post on my author page and speaker page daily? No, I try to do that at least weekly. I have a Twitter account. I said I never wanted to be a twit, but I am. I am on Twitter, and so I've been told by the same gal you should post at least 3 times a week. I maybe do once a week, but I do find that Facebook is an excellent place to not only promote your ministry, but use it as a way to continually stay connected with the people you minister to. And
back to
it's
that
been
relationship
fun.
Piece again. Yeah.
Right. It has been fun having attendees and event planners alike stay connected, and they're friends. This is not just a business. This is a ministry, and ministry to me is defined in relationship. So, yes, technology can be a blessing and a curse, but goodness, the Lord can use it as a tool to further His kingdom. So let's do it.
Oh, absolutely. And from my side, I sit behind the computer of womenspeakers.com, every day for, now, 18 years. And just, when I meet you guys face to face, Marlene, I've not met you yet face to face, but we've had a relationship for a long time.
Right.
And you meet face to face and it just takes it to another level. But, definitely the friendship and relationships are there, even though we haven't actually hugged our necks yet.
Exactly. We've hugged via email.
That's right. We have. So real quick here at the end, what are 3 or a few of your favorite tips for keeping your speaking ministry organized?
Well, I'll tell you real quick, I am not strong in the administrative end. And so anything that would help me, to me, it's overwhelming. So I have found a couple of things. Number 1, keeping track of mileage and travel. Oh my goodness, I hate numbers, and even keeping a little book in the car at times is overwhelming. And I missed so many opportunities to track and help my business end of it with tracking those things. So I found an app called Mile IQ, and it's a free app. You can log up to 40 travel trips from point A to point B a month for free. And so I am careful to turn it on when I'm doing ministry errands or doing ministry travel, and then turn it off, because it's easy to use up your 40 if you just keep it on all the time, because your personal stuff doesn't count. It's my ministry stuff I want to track. So that has been
great.
An excellent way for me. Easily, it's on my phone. My life is in my phone. I have my phone with me everywhere. So
I
just, oh, I know. So I use My Like You, which has been really great for me. And then any other receipts or things, I have a box that I throw them into so I can just go through them easily. I have files and my email accounts. I have my email is on my phone. My contacts are on my phone. My calendar is on my phone. And honestly, as challenged as I am in the detail department, it is a blessing. I am living and ministering in this technology age. Even though I'm older, I'm not always good at it, but it truly, if you're not comfortable with it, all you got to do is ask your kids or your grandkids,
exactly.
and, and they'll get, my daughter has been a great help in getting me set up. So absolutely. It's important. Even for topics, I'll get ideas and I'll open my notes app and I'll just quick, put them down so I don't forget them. So it's been great.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I always say, I'm like you, I always say I would have made a terrible pioneer woman. I'm really happy to be living now.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, well, this was fantastic. Thank you so much, and thanks for your life and your ministry. I just love partnering with you and helping planners be able to find out more about Marlene, and thank you so much for sharing this insight today.
Well, thank you, Marnie, and truly, again, women speakers, and you, like you said, we haven't met, but I do feel like you've got my back. I really feel like this is a place where the body of Christ really shines, the one another's in the New Testament. What an awesome thing to be lived out in a ministry like you've started, Marnie. Thank you so much for doing this and being obedient to the Lord.
Thanks.